In March 2019, 55 ministers responsible for water, sanitation and hygiene from all over the world gathered in San Jose in Costa Rica. These ministers came together to tackle one of the biggest challenges of our sector. How do we make sure that no one's left behind in our efforts to provide sanitation water for all? And how do we do this by 2030 in line with the Sustainable Development Goals? Our task is even more critical when we consider that water and sanitation are also key building blocks for our ability to achieve other Sustainable Development Goals, such as the elimination of poverty, the achievement of gender equality, and the bottom line is we will not be able to prevail in the fight against climate change if we're not able to manage water in the most effective way possible. So friends, our progress so far is encouraging. Between 2000 and 2017, the global population lacking basic water and sanitation services decreased from 1.1 billion to 785 million. And this was achieved in a period when our global population actually grew by 22%. But as we enter a new decade, we must be mindful that our progress over the next 10 years will demonstrate just how committed we are to providing water and sanitation for all. So let's be clear. The biggest bottleneck for many ministers is finance. And achieving the goals we have set will require unprecedented levels of financing. But to generate new finance and to make the most of existing resources, our sector needs to ensure this work is seen as an opportunity for investment and not just as a drain on national budgets. So this requires new thinking and a new approach. That's why Sanitation and Water for All Partnership is organising our 5th Finance Ministers meeting in April 2020 during the World Bank and IMF spring meetings. The object is to highlight practical actions that finance ministers can take to mobilise additional financing. Increased cost recovery, better planning and improved efficiency to deliver universal access to water supply and sanitation are all on the list. We'll also hear from several countries on how they have managed to make this sector outgrow the stereotype and actually generate additional financial resources. And we also plan to launch an innovative new guidebook that explores the various financing models available to ministers, understanding the political constraints within which they operate and the political opportunities that also lie before them. I'm therefore calling on you, our partners, to continue making the case for investing in water, sanitation and hygiene in the lead up to this important meeting. And I look forward to helping welcome ministers to Washington in April. It's going to be a great meeting, an important meeting, one which gets really practical about the question of how do we finance Sustainable Development Goal number 6, which is water and sanitation for all. I thank you and I look forward to seeing you in Washington, DC.